Good evening. My name is Brother Lewis Montgomery. I am currently the historian for Kappa Phi Lambda. It is my pleasure this evening to introduce and interview Brother Harvey Moran. Brother Moran, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. There's something on my screen that says this meeting is being recorded by a host or a participant, and then it's at the bottom it says lead meeting or got it.
Got it. So yes, we are recording this interview. So it's again, as part of the Kappa Phi Lambda Oral History Project, we're doing interviews of senior brothers. And Brother Moran, it's my pleasure to interview you. So Brother Moran, where are you from originally?
All right, now do I click got it for what?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Okay, Richmond, Virginia. That's a very famous city. In many ways. I know it's the capital of the state of Virginia. I also know it was the capital of the Confederacy back during the Civil War. So you're from Richmond. Were your parents from Richmond as well?
My parents were from a rural area near Richmond.
Okay, in Henrico County or nearby?
Well, my mother was from. My dad was from Hanover County, my mother was from New Kent County.
Yeah. Now, Brother Moran, were you the first member of your family to go away to college?
I was. I didn't go away.
Okay, where'd you go to school?
With the college at Virginia Union.
Okay, very nice, Virginia Union. Now, is Virginia Union, as I recall, is a historically Black college? Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So how did you happen to choose Virginia Union other than it was in Richmond?
Well, most essentially it was because we didn't have enough money to send me away.
Okay.
But that's where I went to school, and a lot of my classmates, high school classmates, also went to Virginia.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. Do you happen to have any brothers and sisters?
I had a sister.
Okay.
2 years younger than I.
Okay, all right. Was she a Virginia Union person as well?
No, she did not go to college.
Okay, understood. Okay. So again, a lot of people didn't go to college. Obviously, as you indicated, your sister didn't go. How was it that you happened to go to college?
I always wanted to go, and my parents always wanted. So that combination made it happen.
Okay, very good. And while at Virginia Union, what did you major in?
Biology.
Biology. Okay, all right, very good, very good. How did you happen to become a member of Alpha Phi Alpha?
Well, on that campus, I point out to you that a lot of kids from my high school went to Virginia Union also. Mm-hmm. And a large number of those kids who went to the same high school I attended, a lot of them pledged out. Okay. And they were always after us about pledging.
Okay, all right, good. Was there any one person in particular that was particularly influential about you becoming a member of Alpha Phi Alpha?
I can't think of anyone. I ended up having I didn't pledge until my junior year. Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of friends who were out.
Okay.
And people I had gone to high school with, people I worked with in the community and stuff like that.
Okay, got it. So what chapter were you made and what year did you cross?
I was Gamma chapter, and it was 1960.
Gamma chapter, 1960. That's one of the original 20 then.
Yes.
Okay, very, very good. All right, wow. Do you recall what year?
That chapter was number 3.
Number 3?
Gamma chapter was number 3.
Wow. Do you recall? So that would have been, I should remember my history. That would have been in the like 1907, 1908?
Yeah, probably 1907.
Okay, got it. Do you know if one of the Jewels was responsible for helping to found that chapter? Do you happen to know?
I don't remember that. I can't.
Okay. Okay. That's something that we will certainly find out more about. So you pledged Gamma chapter. You crossed in 1960. How many brothers were on your line?
About 12 of us.
12. Okay, got it. Do you recall your line name?
Yeah, I can't say it on television.
All right. Well, we'll maybe if we can clean that up, we'll include it in the article that we'll publish.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Tell us some of your best memories of being a college brother.
Of being a college brother.
Yes.
I enjoyed always being a college member. And at that point, I didn't pledge until late. But I was really thrilled to become an alpha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice. Were there any particularly famous alphas who you recall came out of a Gamma chapter?
My memory of the history is not good. There were quite a few alphas in Richmond who were outstanding members of the community, and who also were on Gamma chapter.
We'll do some more research and we'll capture that in the article. So you majored in biology. So tell us what you did after college.
After college, I went to physical therapy school, and I didn't do well in physical therapy school, so it was a 2-year program. So I only completed the first year. Okay,
all right. So after that, then what did you do?
After that, so I taught school for 1 year. That was not my fit, I didn't think. So I did teach school for 1 year. And then after that, I worked in medical research at Medical College of Virginia.
Okay, the Medical College of Virginia, you said? Okay. Yeah. Now, was that your long-term career, a medical researcher?
I think it was at the time. Yeah, I thought that was a good question. I ended up having, while I was working in the lab, I had a lot of people who called on me to sell various products and things. And I kind of thought that I might like to try that.
So did you move into sales ultimately?
I did. I moved into pharmaceutical sales.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. So was that then ultimately what you spent most of your career doing, working in pharmaceutical sales?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, great.
I worked in pharmaceutical sales for, I think, maybe 32 years.
Oh, really? Wow, it's a long time. Yeah. Which pharmaceutical company did you work with?
I started with a company called AYRST, AYRST, AYRST Laboratories, and then I moved on to Bristol Myers Squibb. Okay,
nice, very nice. Well, Bristol Myers Squibb is a very, very large and well-known company. Did you have a particular specialty in terms of the products you sold?
Well, everybody starts out being a territory, what we call a territory salesperson. And then from that, I became a hospital rep. And then after that, I became an oncology rep. And then I got promoted to a position in the home office where I taught other sales. And then lastly, I became a district manager. Okay. District sales manager.
Okay, nice. Now, did you do all this while living in Richmond, or did you move to other places in the country?
Well, we only moved once. We as I pointed out to you, I got promoted to a position in sales training, and then we had to move to Syracuse, New York. Oh. We were only in Syracuse for 1 year, got promoted back to this area, and I got a district to manage.
Okay, got it, okay. You said we, I presume, are you talking about yourself and a spouse?
Yes, my wife and I, and we had 2 children, 2 daughters.
Okay, all right, nice. Is your wife happen to be Greek as well?
Yes, she's passed now.
Oh,
She was
sorry.
a Delta.
She was a Delta? Okay, got it. What about your kids? Are either of them Greek?
They're both Delta.
Okay, you both, those are 2 girls and both Deltas. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So tell me, Brother Moran, how did you happen to come to the Columbia, Maryland area, and then how did you become associated with Kappa Phi Lambda?
Yeah, well, when I worked for Georgetown, we lived in Washington, and we were very energetic in terms of our children doing well in school, and so we decided to send them to private school. Well, I had some friends who lived here in Columbia, and they said, "Don't send your kids to private school. Send them to public schools." And public schools in Columbia are very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did. We moved to Columbia and select to public school.
Okay, got it. So about when did you move to Columbia?
In 1970, I believe it was 1972.
Okay, so that was in the early days of Columbia.
It was.
Yeah, nice. What high school did your daughters go to in Columbia?
They both went to Howard High.
Okay, got it. Okay, good. Yeah. Our son is in high school in Howard County as well. So I now know he's at Marriott's Ridge. So I now have been to all of the high schools for either football games or track meets. So I know where Howard High is. Okay, very good. Yes.
My grandchildren went to Marriott's Ridge. Both of my grandchildren.
Oh, really? Nice. Okay, very good. Very good. What yeah, okay. How recently did they graduate? You recall?
Oldest grandson. He graduated, I believe, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, all right, very good.
My granddaughter, she graduated 3 years ago.
Okay, very good. So your daughters must obviously live in this this district then. They must live pretty close to us.
Their children have moved to college.
Right.
They're empty nesters there.
Sure.
They moved to Fredericksburg.
Okay, got it. But they lived in this area at one time. Okay, very good. Yeah. So how did you become associated with Kappa Phi Lambda?
I knew some people, who were charter members, and they came and got me and brought me to the meeting.
Okay, got it.
I had not been to, I had not attended any graduate chapter meetings prior to that. I always thought that going graduate chapter was so expensive. Yeah, but once they dragged me in.
Got it. So you hadn't been involved with the fraternity after undergrad until you came to Columbia?
That's correct.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. So
I used to go to some Virginia chapter meetings, but like I said, they were pretty expensive. They're always asking for money.
Yeah, sure. So you recall which charter members ultimately prevailed upon you to become a member of Kappa Phi Lambda?
I knew Ken.
Ken Jennings?
Yeah, Ken and David Barrett.
And David Barrett, sure.
So you. One of our brothers who went to Minnesota, who was a student from Minnesota.
Brother Payne?
Brother Payne.
Okay, sure. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, very good. So you recall roughly what year you became a member of Kappa Phi Lambda, roughly?
Not really, but it was a while. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, got it.
Chapter for a long time.
Okay, very good. So tell us how you've been involved with the chapter over the years. What kind of activities you've been involved with?
Well, I've been on the education committee, and I was at one point the president of all I was associated with the Martin Luther King breakfast. I was chairman
The breakfast?
There 1 year.
Okay, nice, very nice. Well, the breakfast is obviously one of the things we're known for as a chapter.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned earlier too that you were involved with the Alpha Achiever program.
I was, and I was involved with that.
Mm-hmm.
I was the liaison for at Alpha for a number of years.
Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, nice, nice. So as you reflect on your career, your time as an Alpha, what are some of the best memories you have of being a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated?
Well, I always liked being involved with the educational community. I attended a lot of the meetings and organizational situations. So I enjoy being with the education.
Mm-hmm. Sure, sure. Did you have occasion ever to go to any of the national the general conventions?
I did that. I went to so many conventions as a sales rep.
Okay. Understand. What are if you don't mind saying, what are some of the highlights of your career as a salesperson? You mentioned you were in oncology sales for a period of time. So tell us a bit about some of the things that you some good memories from having worked in sales at Bristol Myers Squibb.
Well, Bristol Myers, at the time I was there before I retired, and I'm not sure how they ranked there, but Bristol Myers was the #1 sales company in terms of anti-neoplastics in the country, or manufacturer in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We did a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. And we were involved quite a bit in that environment.
Yeah, very nice. Now, I heard you say too you worked at Georgetown for a period of time?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Kidney research. I worked in kidney.
Oh, kidney research, really? Now, was that after you retired from Bristol Myers Squibb, or was that sometime in?
No. It was. I came. I worked as a teacher. Then I went to Georgetown University, and then I went to sales.
Okay, got it. Okay, very good. Roughly how long did you work at Georgetown and doing kidney research?
About 7 or 8 years.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Any particular thing that you feel noteworthy from that time? Any drug trials you participated in, or any other research findings that you think might be interesting to our viewers?
Yeah, I'm not sure there would be much interest, but we did basic kidney research.
Mm-hmm.
We did basic kidney.
Yeah. All right. Very nice. Very good. So, Brother Moran, as you reflect on your time as an Alpha, and as you know, our dear fraternity was founded in 1906 at Cornell University. Why do you feel Alpha Phi Alpha is still relevant after all these years?
Well, I think we're relevant because of our community activity.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Alpha Achievers, Martin Luther King breakfast. These are all wonderful occasions in our community. It brings information about our ancestors, and our children get to go. They enjoy these events also.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, Brother Moran, any final thoughts before we close out the interview? Anything else you'd like to share about your time in the fraternity?
Well, I've always enjoyed my fraternity, and I've always been active. It's just been a source of pride and a source of help.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Brother Moran, I want to thank you for your time this evening, and even more importantly, your almost 63 years as a member of our dear fraternity. One of the things we've entitled this this oral history project is standing on the shoulders of giants. And that's a phrase that Ken Jennings Brother Jennings shared with me, and that's been a theme throughout this. And I want to just then thank you, because you are one of the giants whose shoulders we are standing on as in Kappa Phi Lambda. So again, I want to thank you again for your time this evening, but more importantly for your many years of service to our fraternity.
There's one other thing that I would
Sure, please.
And that is that my wife and I went to Africa with Ken and his wife.
Did you? Nice.
Well, it was a wonderful trip.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, that is on my bucket list. I've not yet been to Africa, but I certainly plan to make a trip there to see where our ancestors came from.
So it was a wonderful trip.
Yeah, I bet it was. I bet it was. Well, again, Brother Moran, thank you again for your time this evening, and more importantly, thank you for your over 63 years, or almost 63 years of service within the fraternity.
Thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure.